Yo, 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 what's up? This is your boy Big Keith. This is the Overtime Sports Show on Fuego Beats Radio. I got my boy on the line right now, Tipsy. What's good, Tips?
What's going on? What's good?
All right, Tipsy is my co-host for this evening. On Overtime, we're gonna have a lot of special guests. We have Carlton, another guy that we work with. Y'all may know him as Prophet, but we're having some technical difficulties right now trying to get him on the air. So I got my man Tipsy helping me out this evening. We're gonna talk about some NFL stories, especially Week 17, get ready to come up. We're also gonna talk about some NBA headlines as well, and then we're gonna look back on 2012 this year in sports. A lot of things went down. The Olympics, NBA Finals. My Miami Heat winning the NBA championship. Of course, that's the top story of the year. Everybody knows that. But anyways, I want to give a quick shout out right quick to JSNL, the clothing line. My man Jesse, who has the clothing line. You can check out jsnlonline.com. They got the watches, they got jeans, they got shirts, some fly ass sunglasses just come out. Make sure y'all check that out, man. There's some good shit up on there. One of the best stores right now for all your gear coming up, like the fall, for the spring, all that. Also, want to give a shout out to Super 564. It's another one of our affiliate radio stations. They do a lot of sci-fi work involving video games, sci-fi movies, comic books, anything sci-fi related, horror movies. If you into that, go check out their website, super564.com. There's some good people, man. My boy Fuego, he does a lot of work with them. So definitely check them out when you get a chance, especially if you into the sci-fi thing. Um, right now, what I want to do is we want to get into one of our topics. Um, the NFL regular season is getting ready to come up this week. It's been like a it's been an interesting season for the most part. My boys is Green Bay. Tipsy, who's your squad, man?
New England, baby, all day.
See, now we got a problem, folks. See, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm a diehard Green Bay Packers fan, and I have no my beef with New England. I have no beef with New England, but the thing about it is that I'm just sick of their squad and Tom Brady and this and that. But no disrespect, that's your squad. Whatever, Hopefully, we'll see y'all in the Super Bowl. Um, if we all remember back to Week 3 of the season, the Monday Night Football, aka known as the inaccurate reception, where Russell Wilson, the rookie quarterback from Seattle, threw a Hail Mary pass to the end zone, and the ball was caught by Jennings, a cornerback for Green Bay. But when they came down with it, Golden Tate had the ball in his hands, and of course, these were the replacement referees back in the day. So y'all have to excuse the replacement referees. They called it a touchdown. It was a whole bunch of shit that went on. Hey, my boys are 11-4 entering. We got a chance to clinch the 2 seed. Tipsy, I know your boys from New England. I know they're gonna do some work tomorrow. I know they still got a chance at the 2 seed, don't they?
We got a chance at the 2 seed. All we got to do is take care of our part tomorrow against Miami, and then hopefully everybody else do their thing the way they're supposed to, and we'll
Oh
go
y'all,
ahead and get in there at number two.
y'all got the Dolphins tomorrow.
Yeah, we got the Dolphins tomorrow at home in New England, so
That's gonna be a blowout. That's gonna
you
be
know
yo.
it's gonna put in work.
What's up with your boy Gronkowski, man? Is he playing tomorrow?
He may play tomorrow. Last I heard that he might not try to rest him up for the playoffs. No point in throwing him out there in a game that we probably really don't need him in anyway.
Okay. We're gonna jump into the week 17. I mean, we're just discussing our teams for right now, but we're gonna jump into week 17. We're gonna get predictions, what you think the playoff seedings are gonna be, what's gonna end up. Probably we'll discuss like don't really I mean, we're gonna discuss MVP and this and that and everything. We're gonna discuss all that in week 17. I know you said but your boys play Miami. My squad has Minnesota tomorrow, and as y'all know, Adrian Peterson is 208 yards away from breaking Eric Dickerson's record. Now, I'm gonna say it like this: he's not gonna get 208 because considering Minnesota doesn't win tomorrow, they don't clinch a playoff spot. They're knocked out. Ponder's gonna have to win the game with his arm, so it's not like he's gonna be keep rushing the ball to Adrian Peterson all day tomorrow. I'm just saying, I think my boys gonna handle business tomorrow. We're gonna clinch that 2 seed, and hopefully, Atlanta takes the L, and then next thing you know, we're gonna be the highest seed remaining. So I'm hoping this it goes down like that tomorrow. So I don't know what's gonna happen, but you know, we'll see. I'm interested to see how everything's gonna work out and play. But But hopefully, Tipsy man, we're gonna see y'all in the Super Bowl though, man.
Yeah, hopefully we'll see what happens. There's a lot of interesting games tomorrow. A lot of stuff is on the line for a lot of teams. So this is going to be the first time probably in a while where you're going to get a week 17 where all the starters from playoff teams are going to play.
Yeah,
So
yeah. This is one of
it's
those
gonna really
weeks,
change the dynamic.
and I'm glad you pointed out. We're gonna talk about this more. This is one of those weeks in Week 17 where usually a lot of players, a lot of guys have, a lot of teams have already locked up their playoff positioning. And the thing about it is that you usually see them sit their starters. But the thing about this week is that every team almost, other than like about 2 or 3 games, have no like playoff ramifications going on tomorrow. But it's gonna be interesting. You're not gonna see. You may see like 1 or 2 teams sit their starters, especially Atlanta. Atlanta pretty much has everything locked up right now. The AFC, like Tipsy said, it's AFC is wide open. New England can go up to a 2 seed. Houston and Denver. Houston's almost gonna on the brink of almost losing the number 1 seed, and Denver's won like 10 in a row. So it's gonna be interesting to see how things shape out. Like I said, we're gonna get predictions and everything. And let me ask you a question, Tipsy, real quick. You think AP rushes for 208 tomorrow?
I think he gets probably about 180. He's gonna try to go for 208, but I don't think that I don't think that Green Bay is going to allow it because they don't want it to be on them. But at the same time, I mean, for a guy that had an ACL surgery, he's running like a beast and he's really unstoppable. Like, it's not really going to matter.
Yeah, I'll give credit due. Minnesota is our rival, and of course, we're 5-0 in our division this year. And the one thing I really want to do is sweep the division, and I really want that 2 seed, considering Green Bay has been battling a lot of injuries. And the thing about it is that we need that bye week.
Yeah.
We need that bye week. So that's why I'm really want that 2 seed that's why I want that 2 seed with Adrian Peterson. Like I said, it's one of the comeback stories of the year towards ACL week 17. He's been on a just this. He's not human. I mean, the guy's been rushing. He's not human. And the thing about it, he's coming off a torn ACL surgery.
A torn ACL surgery late in the season last season too.
It
So
was Christmas Eve, matter of fact, last year.
yeah, so I mean it's remarkable what he's done. And let's not forget this game is in Minnesota. So they got the dome and he run like crazy in the dome. He ain't gotta worry about snow or nothing. Like
Yeah,
he's gonna get off.
I said I'm gonna make a prediction. Everything, like I said, like I'm a Green Bay fan, so he's gonna get over 100. He's not gonna get 208. It's too much on the line. It's too much to risk if you keep running the ball. And Ponder's an okay quarterback, but the thing about it, talking about Green Bay, all of our guys are coming back healthy. I mean, I don't know about Woodson yet. I got to look up Woodson. I know Matthews is back. Our corners are gonna be. He has no good receivers to go through. Percy Harvin's done for the year, so
Yeah.
it's gonna be interesting. And like you said, it's in a dome. Now, Aaron Rodgers, Brett Favre. Now Brett Favre back in the day, the dome was his downfall.
Yeah.
But Aaron Rodgers is different. I mean, the dome is like he's not affected by the dome. Of course, the crowd is gonna be into the game. It's gonna have a big game feel tomorrow, but.
I think Peterson gets 208, but I think the Packers still win the game because they need to get that bye week. Minnesota, they just don't have enough on offense other than Peterson to really kind of pull it out. Ponder is a decent quarterback, but if you're relying on him to, throw you to victory, like it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, and that's somebody I was watching ESPN the other day, and they were saying that the game's going to come down to Ponder's arm, and it's going to come down to that. I mean, you can't just keep rushing Peterson like crazy. I mean, it's one thing I understand. You got to think at this point, what's more important? Is it making the playoffs, or is it getting a record? It's kind of like New England with your boys when y'all was 15-0 and y'all going for a perfect record. You were thinking, look, everything's locked up already. But do you want to go 16-0?
Yeah, you want to go you want to go 16-0, but also this is a record that so many running backs, the few running backs that have managed to get to 2,000 yards have tried to just get to Dickerson's, to pass Dickerson's record, and he's in a position where really the yards that he needs to get will help the team win. So they're gonna have to keep him in the game. They're not gonna be able to take him out. And barring it being a super, if it's a blowout, he's definitely gonna get in to run the yards. Because remember, most of his big games come from, he has like two runs that are like 80 yards. And then, he's just kind of just bullying it the rest of the way. If he gets two big runs tomorrow before halftime, he only needs to play the third quarter before he gets it. I don't think the Green Bay defense is going to be lenient and let up on it, but I think if he gets to like 200 and they're winning the game handily, Green Bay's winning the game handily, that he's going to get the 208.
That's a good one. What I predicted was if Green Bay gets a 2-touchdown lead, you're not going to see Peterson run the ball. Now, goal lines chances, yes, you're going to see him run the ball, but you're only talking about 1 or 2 yards. You're not talking about like a 60. He's going to have a couple of 60. He's going to have to break one for 60. He's going to break one for 50. He's going to have to break these. And the thing about it, It's too much. Now, he did it against us a couple of weeks ago. He rushed for 212. I forgot how many carries he had, but he rushed for 212.
He only had I think he only had like 20 carries or something in that game.
Yeah.
But he had like two big runs.
Yeah, see, with the carries, that's what my concern is. How many times are they going to hand the ball off to him? I'm thinking 15 to 20 carries. I'm going to say it like this. He's going to rush for at least 160. He's not going to get 208. I'm going to say it right now. He's not going to break the record. He's not going to break the record. It's not going to happen. He's going to get at least 150, 160. He might break one for like 40. That's it. But it's too much on the line. It's too much of a risk. Now, if they weren't playing for anything tomorrow, I said they're going to hand the ball off to him all day. I said he would get at least 30 carries tomorrow if they weren't playing for anything, but it's too much of a risk because you hand it off to him, and he only gets like 5 yards here, 6 yards there, and we're going to the third quarter. He's got like 120 yards. I mean, are you really going to risk keep carrying the ball down? You're down by 3 touchdowns. What's more important, your playoff spot or him getting a record?
Yeah, that's true. I think if he was more in a Calvin Johnson position where they weren't really playing for nothing, that he would probably get the record by the third quarter. But they got to play. So I mean, if they have a chance at actually winning the game, they're gonna kind of lean back on him a little bit more. But if it gets out of hand real quick, I mean, they're just gonna let him go for the record. They might as well.
Now, if Minnesota gets up on us by at least 3 touchdowns, of course they're gonna keep running the ball. They're not gonna pass. They're gonna keep running the ball to run down time on the clock. That'd be the only situation I can see where they're going to get the record. But I seen this dude rush for 100 yards in the first quarter.
Yeah, with ease.
With ease. I mean, he did it against Houston last week. I mean, he did. He was like, I think he had like 121 in the first. That's a 121 in the first.
Yeah.
So if he has to average out, you think in fourth quarter he has to average at least 50 yards, or he has to average 50 yards a quarter, which is not. I mean, he can break them. So, but honestly, he's not going to get the record. I don't think he's going to get it. If the game, like I said, this game has too much meaning to it, he's not going to get the record. It's not going to happen. Eric Dick is going to be safe for another year, but I'm going to tell you one thing. He did a hell of a job coming close to it. I mean, I don't even think Chris Johnson got that close. I know Chris Johnson, he elapsed 2,000 yards.
Yeah, I think Chris Johnson had 2006 yards.
2006, okay, yeah. So that's cool. That's cool. All right, then. Well, we discussed a little bit of. Now we didn't discuss all the games, and everything. I want to save that for the. We're going to take a break, and then we're going to discuss Week 17. We're going to discuss all the. Well, we're going to discuss the important games. I mean, some teams aren't playing for nothing, aka the Giants. Well, they might be playing for something, but I know somebody might be disappointed about that, but I'm not going to bring him up right now. But anyways, we're going to take a short break, and we're going to come back, and we're going to discuss Week 17, all the playoff scenarios and the seedings, and we're going to see where that goes from there. Well, we'll be back after this commercial break.
Hi, Samantha.
Hi, Todd. Do you want to be my boyfriend?
Sure.
Great. Give me a melt.
My melt?
Yeah, I'm your girlfriend now.
I don't think this is working out.
Get your own Subway melt like the new Chipotle chicken and cheese on flatbread or the Meltastic Chipotle steak and cheese. Subway, eat fresh.
What's going on? This is Fuego Beast from Fuego Beast Radio, and I want to tell everyone to check out the greatest sci-fi radio station out, Super 564 on Blog Talk Radio. They have the best topics, including sci-fi films, comic books, video games, and they even have a featured artist segment for musicians weekly. So if you have an obsession with sci-fi films, music, or video games like me, then this is the station for you. Make sure you check them out on blogtalkradio.com/Super564. That's blogtalkradio.com/SUPAFI64. All right? And remember, stay connected.
Yo, what's good, y'all? Welcome back to the Overtime Sports Show on Fuego Beast Radio. This is your boy, Big East. I have on the line right now my boy, Tipsy. What's good, Tips?
What's good? What's going on?
All right, me and Tipsy were discussing the NFL Week 17. Right now, I got another guest on the line. I told y'all we was having technical difficulties earlier, but he's with us now. My man Carlton, a.k.a. Prophet. What's good, son?
Hey, what's going on? What's going on? You know, we had different technical difficulties and whatnot, but we on here. What's going on with y'all?
Everything's good. Everything's good.
All right. So what's the topic of discussion right now? What are we talking about?
Right now, we're discussing Week 17 in the NFL. Y'all know this is a very important week coming up tomorrow, and we got a lot of playoff scenarios going to play itself out tomorrow. So we're going to get predictions. I want to get y'all predictions. Who y'all think, who's going to end up playing where, what the seeding's going to be, who's going to win the game, all this and all that. We're going to discuss this. So right now, we're going to focus on the games, the playoff games that are going to decide the seedings. I'm going to get y'all predictions. Right now, we got the first game we're going to discuss is the big game tomorrow. It's for the NFC East title. Dallas Cowboys, the Washington Redskins. Now, the way this game is going to work out, if Washington wins, they win the NFC, obviously, and they clinch the playoff spot. Dallas wins, they clinch the NFC East. So what's y'all predictions for the game tomorrow, man? Tipsy, go ahead. Go ahead, Tipsy.
I'm gonna say I think Washington's gonna win it. I think right now they're just playing way too good, and Dallas is, I mean, they're underachievers. There's no other way to put it. That's all. They underachieve every year, and every year people still think that they're gonna do something, and they're not.
Okay.
Right.
So so let me ask you a question though. What makes you think they're gonna win tomorrow? Based off of what?
At this point, with the season that they've had at this point, they don't have anything to lose. So Nobody expected them to be 9-6 or win 6 games in a row. Everybody thought they'd be 3-13, 4-12, whatever. RG3 has shown that he's the truth, and number 1 or number 2 pick. I mean, he's the truth. He's good for that team, and they believe in him. If they believe in him, then they're gonna win.
All right, Prophet, what's your prediction for tomorrow?
Let's see now. If I was to say something, in a more perfect world, it would go to overtime and nobody would score and they would both lose. But that's not going to happen. So
I wish that would happen. I wish that would happen myself.
I wish that would really happen, but I don't think that's going to happen. So if I had to go with anybody, of course I'm going to ride with the Redskins only because I hate the Dallas Cowboys, and plus Nemesis is a Cowboys fan, so I got to do that too. So you know.
For y'all don't know, Nemesis is a diehard Cowboys fan. When the Cowboys lose, he goes into what's the word I'm trying to describe?
He goes into hiding. He goes into seclusion. You can't find that dude for a couple of weeks.
Yes, so goes off his email. He's not at home. Nobody knows where he goes.
Yeah, you kind of had to put out an Amber Alert for him like we did last time on Facebook. So we'll see how this goes. So the reason I go with the Redskins is because they're the hot team right now. Of course, you know they got RG3 all day, so that's going to be the deciding factor in them winning the game.
All right, my prediction: I'm going with the Redskins myself. RG3. I mean, Romo, when it comes to these kind of games, he's gonna mess up. I already know what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen. He's gonna fuck up, and everybody knows that.
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen. We saw the playoff game a couple years ago with Seattle where he fumbled and he tried to go in the end zone and look like a clown when he tried to do that.
Eat fresh.
Yes. Yeah. And then, of course, when they were trying to clinch a playoff spot a couple years ago against the Eagles, what happened? I think it was 44-6.
Yeah. It was 44-6.
And they got trashed. So, once again, I believe, and I'm gonna make a bold prediction. I believe Tony Romo's job is on the line if they lose tomorrow.
Oh, you think his job's going to be on the line tomorrow?
I think his job is on the line tomorrow because I think Jerry Jones had pretty much had it up to here with Romo shenanigans, and I think tomorrow if they lose, he's pretty much gonna be out of a job.
Yeah, I think Jerry Jones is about to have it, up to his neck of everybody. I think he's just going to fire everybody and just do everything. What do you think? You think he's going to do everything?
I think not a coach. I don't know. Romo, he's going to bring in other quarterbacks to give him competition. What other quarterbacks it is, I don't know. But now, let's flip the script. The Cowboys win. Tony Romo's looked at as a superstar.
Yeah, but say they don't win. What other quarterbacks you got out there that can step in and fill those shoes like that?
At this point, Jerry Jones might sign Brett Favre.
Oh, what? That dude's out on the pond fishing. That dude is out on the pond fishing or hunting somewhere. He ain't coming back. He ain't coming.
I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But we're going to move on from that game. So that's for the NFC East side. Also, the other big game tomorrow as far as playoff seeding. Now, everything in the NFC is pretty much not tied up yet. Atlanta's clinched the 1 seed. Now, the 2 seed, now you got another game tomorrow. Green Bay Packers and Minnesota Vikings tomorrow. The scenario is Green Bay wins, they clinch the 2 seed in the NFC. If Minnesota wins, they clinch the playoff spot. Now, before y'all make y'all predictions, I want you to be very, very careful. Because you already know who I'm going with based on my team. Be very careful when you pick the winner of this game because this is a matter of life and death because I could cut you off the air. So, Tipsy, go with your prediction and remember, be very careful.
Green Bay and Minnesota. My prediction is that Green Bay wins the game. They barely win the game. I think it's going to be a lot closer than people think. And I think that Aaron Rodgers is just better than Christian Ponder when it comes down to it.
All right.
Prophet, who you going with tomorrow?
I'm going with the Green Bay Minnesota Vikings. How about that? Minnesota Vikings. How about that? I want to see Adrian Peterson. I want to see Adrian Peterson get the record. I want to see the Vikings get in the playoffs. And on top of that, you're a Green Bay Packers fan yourself, so I gotta pick Minnesota. Got to do it.
And what seed? Wait a minute. And what seed is Oakland playing for tomorrow in the AFC?
They're playing for the bench. They're playing.
Okay, that's what I thought.
No. We're playing.
I just want to get that. Aren't y'all starting prior tomorrow?
I don't care who we start tomorrow.
All right, so we're gonna move on from that. St. Louis and Seattle. Now St. Louis is pretty much done. They're not playing for anything. Seattle, they're playing. They could possibly get the 2 seed tomorrow if they win. I mean, y'all go ahead and make y'all predictions. Tipsy, I already know who you guys pretty much gonna choose.
I'm going with I think I'm gonna go ahead and go with San Francisco.
Okay, well, all right.
We talking about San Francisco or Seattle?
No. It was St. Louis and Seattle. I was going to ask you, who you asked.
Okay. St. Louis and Seattle.
Let me ask you another question. Hold on. Let me ask. Who do you think is going to win the NFC West? Is it going to be San Francisco and Seattle? I'll ask that.
Now, I'm going to say Seattle because I think Seattle is a hotter team. I really don't have any faith in Colin Kaepernick, and this is going to be one of those times when he really needs Vernon Davis, who's probably not playing tomorrow because of the concussion. And Russell Wilson is just he's unstoppable. He's dominated teams left and right, and I see Seattle winning the division.
Okay. Prophet, who you got winning the division? San Francisco or Seattle?
I would have to agree with Tipsy over there, just because, you can't really trust Kaepernick and, just have too many people injured. So I really do think that, Seattle might take it. You got a hot team. You got a hot quarterback at the helm. So it is more than likely Seattle might get it.
Okay. I'm going to say San Francisco's going to win the division based off of if they win tomorrow, they're going to win the division anyways. They play Arizona tomorrow, which is pretty much it's in the bad. I mean, every quarterback is entitled to a bad game. Kaepernick of course, when you're playing at Seattle, you got to play with, the 12th man in the crowd. So I think San Francisco still wins division, but Seattle is going to be very dangerous in the playoff. They're going to be a team, and the fact if they get a home game, it's going to be very bad for any team that's going to Seattle. So the NFC. So who are your top 6 seeds? Let's go 1 through 6. Go ahead, Tipsy. Who's your top 6 in the NFC? How do you think everything's going to play out?
In the NFC,
Yes.
I'm gonna say I think the top 6 teams. I think it's gonna be Green Bay, because I think that not Green Bay. Excuse me. I'm gonna say Atlanta's gonna be number 1. I say Green Bay State's number 2. Seattle will be number 3. The Redskins, they're division leaders. The Redskins will be 4. I say San Francisco 5. And is there any other team?
Not a 6 seed. So who you think grabs that? Now you say Green Bay wins tomorrow. Then Minnesota's knocked out. So that 6 seed will go. I think you got Chicago left.
Chicago. Would it go to Chicago or would it?
You got Chicago.
Because Chicago,
I think.
Chicago is already out of the playoffs, so either way, Minnesota
would it go to Dallas?
In the playoff, huh? No,
if Minnesota loses,
Dallas would have lost.
Dallas
or the Giants.
I would say that. Oh no, go ahead.
Well, the Giants are mathematically. I mean, the Cowboys are mathematically out if they lose to the Redskins, anyways.
Okay, so if the Minnesota loses tomorrow,
see, that's where it probably gets. It's like, it's going to be. So if everything plays out the way it does, it's going to be Atlanta 1, Green Bay 2. It'd be what we said, Seattle. Well, I say San Francisco. I say San Francisco at 3. 4 would be the Redskins. 5 would be. That's where it gets.
Seattle would be 5. I mean, either way, Seattle would be 5. So really, whoever the 6th seed is, it have to be between Minnesota and Chicago.
Minnesota, Chicago. Okay. All right. So who do y'all got coming out of NFC?
Oh man.
NFC, it's a toss-up between San Francisco and Green Bay. I say if Seattle gets a home game in the playoffs, they may have a chance. But I'm going to say between Seattle and Green Bay, and I'm going to say San Francisco is going to come out of the NFC.
So San Francisco. Okay. Prophet, who you got going to the Super Bowl?
That's a tough one. I would have to say San Francisco.
San Francisco. You see NFC title game is going to be San Francisco. You think it's going to be San Francisco, Seattle in the NFC title game?
No.
I think it'll be San Francisco, Green Bay.
Yeah.
Only way Seattle gets there, they have to have at least one home game to build themselves up enough to play and win one game on the road.
So you're basically saying Green Bay is going to host the NFC title game. You basically San Francisco is going to come in there and beat us.
Yes.
No chance in hell. Anyways, my prediction: Atlanta's going to lose. They're the number 1 seed. They haven't proved anything to me. Green Bay is going to be the highest division level. Aaron Rodgers is going to play at a different level when it comes to the playoff. I think honestly, Green Bay is going to be an NFC title game. There's going to be a toss-up between San Francisco and Seattle. Redskins are a threat too. You don't know, so we're gonna see. We gotta see how the NFC plays out. So we're done talking about the NFC. Now we come back. We'll take a commercial break, and we come back. We're gonna talk about the AFC because the AFC is a toss-up as well. So we're gonna have to see where things, because the number 1 seed has not actually been clinched yet. It's between Houston and Denver. So we're gonna talk about AFC, and I know Tipsy is a New England Patriots fan, so I know his input is gonna be very important. Carlton.
Go to playoff game real quick. The playoff game I would want to see out of all the NFC playoff games is Washington play Seattle. I'd like to see RG3 and Russell Wilson go at it. Either one in the FedEx Field or in Seattle.
Yeah, any scenario you got NFC, excluding Atlanta, because like I said, they're a weak number 1 seed. They're vulnerable because they can get beaten at any time. So we're going to see where everything plays out. But we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we're going to come back, and we're going to talk about AFC when we come back.
Hi, Samantha.
Hi, Todd. Do you want to be my boyfriend?
Sure.
Great. Give me a melt.
My melt?
Yeah, I'm your girlfriend now.
I don't think this is working out.
Get your own Subway melt like the new Chipotle chicken and cheese on flatbread or the Meltastic Chipotle steak and cheese. Subway, eat fresh.
Yo, this your boy Big Keys. You listen to Fuego Beats Radio, the #1 internet radio station in the country. Yo, what's up? It's your boy Big Keys. You listen to the Overtime Sports Show on Fuego Beats Radio. I got my boy on the line, Tipsy. What's good, Tips?
Yo, what's good?
And I got my man Prophet on the line as well.
What's up? What's the deal?
All right, now before the break, we was talking about the NFC playoff scenarios. Right now, we're going to quickly go through the AFC playoff scenarios. What do y'all see? Basically, let me just ask y'all this because I don't, I want to. It's too much to discuss, but right now I want to discuss. What do y'all see the seedings in the AFC? Tipsy, how do you think everything's going to play out?
I think the seedings stay the same. I think Houston is going to remain #1. I think Denver will be 2. Of course, New England will be 3. I don't see unless something happens where Denver loses the game, then New England will be 2. But Baltimore, Indianapolis, and Cincinnati, I think that's the way it stays.
Okay, yeah, because everything is clinched in the AFC. All 6 spots are clinched, but nobody knows where they're playing at. All the seedings haven't been decided, but we know the 6 teams at the end. Prophet, what do you see? How you see everything playing out?
For some reason, I think that is going to be, of course, Houston overall #1. But the only thing I think might change is that for some reason, I think New England might go and get that 2nd spot. Because that's just
okay, I want to hear this. Why do you think New England gets the 2nd seed?
I just think they get the 2nd seed because Denver's like one of those teams that just like, for some strange reason, I think they just might blow it in the last game for some reason.
So you saying that Kansas City gonna beat Denver tomorrow?
Hey, why not? Anything's possible.
Wow.
You never know.
Wow.
Why not?
A bold prediction. Ooh, that's a bold prediction. So you saying New England gets the 2 seed?
Hey,
wait a minute. How many losses New England has? Tipsy, how many
4.
losses y'all got?
We got 4 right now.
You got 4, and how many Denver got? 3?
3. But remember, we blew Denver out in like week 4.
That's right. Damn, that is right. Oh man, so Denver does lose tomorrow. It is possible.
Yeah, if Denver loses tomorrow, we jump them for the 2 seed because we already beat them.
Wow, that is true.
So yeah, I'm going with the Kansas City Chiefs tomorrow because I got to ride with the AFC West somehow.
Now wait a minute. Yeah, because if y'all don't know, Prophet is a diehard Oakland Raiders fan. So
I wouldn't say diehard, but I am a Raiders fan.
What do you predict is going to happen to your team tomorrow against San Diego?
I really hope they punish San Diego because they beat us the first game of the season due to us beating ourselves along with them beating us. So I hope we can exact some type of revenge tomorrow, but you never know with them. So we'll just see what happens.
Not with Terrell Pryor starting tomorrow.
Nah, well you got a point there because with Terrell Pryor, you really can't say that he might blow it. Hey, he might win us the game tomorrow. You never know. So you just have to wait and see.
He's playing for a job somewhere else.
Yeah, but Carson Palmer, to me, I don't think he's the solution in the long run. They got to give him, and then you got Matt Leinart, the other quarterback. Yeah, that's not going to work.
I'm glad you mentioned Carson Palmer because I've been saying this for about 2 or 3 weeks now that USC quarterbacks are not good in the NFL. They're able to shine in college, but when they get to the NFL, they're trash. You got about 4 quarterbacks in the NFL right now that came from USC that do absolutely nothing. From Mark Sanchez to Matt Leinart, Carson Palmer did decent early on, and Matt Castle. USC quarterbacks are nothing in the NFL, and people keep drafting them, putting stock in them, and they're all trash.
So wait a minute. So you're gonna say the same thing for Matt Barkley?
Matt Barkley is going to be garbage. Wherever he goes, he's going to be garbage.
I got a funny feeling he'll be garbage too. I see it already because he's hurt, and he's probably going to be in the first round of the NFL draft. Yeah. He might go like the top 10 because of his name, Matt Barkley. I mean, other than that, what's his name? Is Teo's coming out too, right? He a senior.
Yeah.
Teo's coming out, so yeah, he's pretty much So the Raiders' long-term plan, they're gonna have to draft a quarterback somewhere down the road, probably in the draft. Don't know, but there's a lot of talented quarterbacks in college football that they can go after.
Don't draft Matt Barkley.
Not Matt, but Matt Barkley in the Raiders uniform, I'll be interested to see something like that happen.
I don't want to see it. I don't want to see that. We just need to clean house, which I think we started doing, but we don't need any more quarterbacks. And
maybe start with the uniform, Joe. I mean, the black and silver is dreadful and dreary, and it brings everything down in the stadium and the team.
Well, that, and plus they need a stadium of their own. Because
y'all know what y'all need to do? Y'all need to move back to Los Angeles.
No, no.
Become the Los Angeles Raiders. Bring back the starter hats with the Raiders, where everybody was rocking with NWA. Bring back. That's what will get y'all fan base back in.
Nah, Los Angeles doesn't want a football team.
They're gonna get one eventually.
They will, but they're going to try to stall it as much as possible. So
you know damn well Virginia Beach ain't getting a damn football team. We trying to get a basketball team. We know how that shit gonna work.
We're not even going to get a basketball team here because the state ain't even willing to put money up for it. So I don't even know why people are trying to entertain it.
They ain't gonna get a basketball team.
What, Virginia Beach?
Virginia Beach gonna get a basketball team.
You think so?
They ain't get a basketball team. Like in the end, they got to realize that it's a win-win situation. Like you're not gonna lose money because people want to see a basketball game. Nobody wants to travel to North Carolina and travel up to DC to see basketball all the time. It's cheaper and more convenient if they put it here. People will come regardless if the team sucks, just because it's an NBA team. Exactly. And whether or not they like the Virginia Beach team, I mean, they're gonna see LeBron, they're gonna see Kobe and Dwight Howard, and see whoever. Well, not Kobe, he'll probably be retired by then, but they're gonna see superstars. So they're still gonna come out regardless and cheer and spend money and buy jerseys and hats. So
exactly. Yeah, I'm going off top. I know we're going off top of everything, but I'm gonna say something. I was on Christmas vacation in Charlotte. I went to the Bobcats Heat game, and watching that game and watching the fans and watching the area that they were in, I kind of looked at like how would it be if Virginia Beach actually got a sports team, and going to that Bobcats Heat game, it gave me an idea how it would be. It's gonna be a lot of hard work. First of all, the stadium, getting the fans in there, parking is gonna be in there. I know they want to put it across the street. It down what's that, the pavilion? What's it called? The what's that thing called?
The pavilion.
The pavilion. They got the empty parking lot. I know you probably seen the empty parking lot across the street from the pavilion. That's where they put it at.
Used to be the Abyss back in the day. What a great club.
Shameless plug for old club. But anyways, they got that whole parking lot over there and they want to build a stadium. But my thing is, where the hell do you park?
They got to build a parking structure.
There you go. More money. See, when I went to the Bobcats
game, they'll make it back though.
You say what?
They'll make it back. I mean, how are you not going to make it back with the games? You're going to have 41 games. You got concerts. You got college games. You got everything else there that you can use to make money off that. Like, how can you not make it back? And it's Virginia Beach. You got the summertime. You can do stuff in there in the summertime, set up events or set up whatever. Like, how do you not? They make billions of dollars each summer. Like, how are you not going to make money to pay for it?
Exactly. Another thing I wanted to point out, you got to think about it. When wintertime comes around, everything goes dead down at the beach. You think about basketball season, it's in season during fall and winter. And actually, the beach wouldn't lose business, though, because you put an arena down there for basketball season. You got basketball, November, December, January, February. There you go. You make your money.
It goes all the way to the summer. And if they make the playoffs, it goes all the way to at least to May. And then you got you got the summertime, and then, like I said, you can hold concerts or whatever. That's year round. Like, you can't lose money.
Okay. All right, but let's wrap this up. I know we went off topic. We're gonna do this from time to time. So let me get y'all predictions real quick for the AFC. Who comes out the AFC?
New England.
Okay. That's obvious. You're Patriots fans. I'm not gonna give it to you, but you saying New England. Prophet, who you going with for AFC?
I'm gonna go with the Ravens. I think the Ravens might do something. The
Ravens. I mean, Joe Flacco's suspect. Ray Lewis probably won't play that good because he got a torn tricep muscle. Ray Rice can't do everything, and their defense is old. I don't see it. I see New England, maybe Denver, but New England, we blew out Houston, we blew out Denver, Indianapolis, we blew out, and we didn't play Cincinnati. We blew out 3 of the other 5 teams, and we lost to Baltimore during the whole replacement refs thing, and we lost by 3 points on some pretty BS calls that came down the line for some pass interference.
No lie,
so
that field goal was not good, Joe. For real talk.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. So basically, we've blown out 3 of the teams, and we closely lost to one of the other teams, and one of the other teams we haven't played. I mean, there's nobody stopping New England from getting to the Super Bowl but New England.
My prediction, AFC title game, New England at Denver, and I believe Broncos going to the Super Bowl. I'm sorry, Peyton Manning is having an MVP type caliber season. I mean, he's making Demaryius Thomas, Brandon Stokely, Eric Decker. He's making all those guys. Jacob Tamming. He's making Broncos, and plus they have a defense to go with that offense. That's the thing about it. New England has defense, but Brooklyn, they got a lot of good guys. They got Champ Bailey. Broncos have a good defense. I think that'll take them into the Super Bowl.
That's going to be a good AFC title game. I mean,
I really do believe that's going to be the AFC title game.
Tom Brady and Peyton Manning, arch rivals. The only thing is you got to outscore New England. If you can't outscore them, you can't win.
Broncos can outscore New England. Broncos can average at least 20 points, 30 points a game. They can do it.
New England is averaging 35 points a game.
Yeah, they are. But the thing about it, Peyton Manning them could come back and average 30. They're the hottest team in the NFL right now. It's 10 in a row. I mean, Peyton Manning looks like he never missed a year.
Yeah, that's true.
Dude's coming off neck surgery. I understand you defending your team and everything. I did the same thing with Green Bay. So
yeah,
we're gonna see. But we're gonna take a.
We're the only team to score 500 points this season.
Yeah, see, Green Bay was like that last year. Like we were scoring mad points, but we're gonna see. We're gonna see how everything works out. But we're done with NFL talk for right now. When we come back from a commercial break, we're gonna dip into some NBA news, so like some stories that broke out this past week. We're gonna discuss the Dwayne Wade thing, the Avery Johnson getting fired. We're going to dip into those topics when we come back from commercial break.
What's going on? This is Fuego Beats from Fuego Beats Radio, and I want to tell everyone to check out the greatest sci-fi radio station out, Super 564 on Blog Talk Radio. They have the best topics, including sci-fi films, comic books, video games, and they even have a featured artist segment for musicians weekly. So if you have an obsession with sci-fi films, music, or video games like me, then this is the station for you. Make sure you check them out on blogtalkradio.com/Super564. That's blogtalkradio.com/SUPAFI64. All right? And remember, stay connected.
Log in, FuegoBeats.com, YouTube, Mr. Fuego Beats.
Yo, welcome back to the Overtime Sports Show on Fuego Beats Radio. I got my man Tipsy on the line. What's good, Tips?
Yo, what's good with you?
And I got my boy Prophet on the line. What's good, Prophet?
All the good teams.
Okay.
What's up?
Wait a minute. Now, hold on. We're going to discuss something off topic real quick. Now, Prophet is under the impression that I like all good teams. Now, I'm going to tell y'all something. Let's run it down right now. Football, I'm a Green Bay Packers fan.
Good team.
NBA, I'm a Miami Heat fan.
Good team.
In baseball, I'm a New York Yankees fan.
Even better team.
And in NHL, I'm a Pittsburgh Penguins fan.
Good team.
Okay, now, now hold on. I'm going to address this real quick. Never have, and I never will be a bandwagon. So he's sitting there. Now, Prophet is going to sit there saying Prophet is a Lakers fan. Which,
okay.
I give him, that's cool and everything. He's a Raiders fan. Wait a minute, hold on. I want to discuss, how'd you become a Raiders fan, Prophet? How'd you become a Raiders fan?
Because my daddy is a Raiders fan. And we always watched Raiders games together. So there you go. There you have it.
Okay, wait a minute. My dad's a 49ers fan now. Now, I didn't ride with him with the 49ers. I didn't jump on the 49ers bandwagon with him. I went in my own direction. I went with Green Bay. I went with a story franchise team. Brett Favre was a shit back in the day. That don't mean, they're mediocre. I mean, what about the years they didn't make the playoffs? I mean, would that be declared as a good team since they didn't make the playoffs?
Well, I challenge you to like a bad team like myself and see how much you ride with them.
So you be like a team like the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's see it. Let's do it.
Never gonna happen. Never going to happen because On my Facebook wall, I can see the comments now. If I change my team tomorrow to the Jacksonville Jaguars, I can see it now. Now, just because now Miami Heat, the same thing with Miami. I've never been bandwagon. Everybody's like, "Oh, you cheer for Miami because they got LeBron. You cheer for Miami because they got Shaq back in the day. You cheer for Miami because they got Wade." No, I've been a Miami Heat fan all the way since the '90s. Tim Hardaway, Dan Marley. How does that make me? How does that say I'm a good? I could have liked anybody, but I chose to like the Miami Heat.
That sounds too good to be true because I know back then Jordan was around. Everybody liked Jordan. So
I mean,
you telling me
I wasn't a Bull? Okay,
you mean to tell me you wasn't a Bulls fan?
Hold on. So you saying everybody just because like Michael Jordan was a Chicago Bulls fan?
Of course. Are you nuts? Everybody was a Bulls fan.
I wasn't
Come on
a Bulls fan.
Tipsy, was you a Bulls fan?
No, I was not a Bulls fan.
Okay, see, exactly.
Well, I didn't mean everybody. I mean like a good majority were Chicago Bulls fans back then.
Come on now, come on. So, Prof, you've been a Lakers fan. Wait a minute, Prof, you've been a Lakers fan your entire life.
Huh? What?
You've been a Lakers fan your entire life.
My situation is different. My situation.
Whoa. How's your situation different?
My situation is different. Because my situation is different because I like Kobe. Kobe is my favorite basketball player, and he happens to play for the Lakers. So I'm gonna ride for the Lakers.
Excuse me. I had something in my throat.
Oh yeah.
Anyways,
eat fresh, baby.
Okay, so Kobe Bryant came to the Miami Heat. You still a Lakers fan?
What?
If Kobe Bryant signs with the Miami Heat in the offseason and signs with Miami, are you a Lakers fan?
Hey, all other Miami teams are doing it, or LeBron James fans are doing it. So
whoa. Okay, now you saying so now see? Okay, this is where we separate fans from teams. You got people that like the player, but that will go to the team that he goes to. So if LeBron leaves Miami, he goes to New York. All of a sudden, you're going to have people that's going to become Knicks fans.
Just like Fuego, too. I mean, come on. Let's be serious. I mean, y'all were riding with him when he was with Cleveland. Then he left Cleveland, went to Miami.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, see, there you go.
But that's the difference. They're a LeBron James fan and not a Cleveland Cavaliers fan.
There you go. Exactly. See, thing about it, I'm not a player fan of anybody. I'm a team fan. I'm a player fan. And like I said that. Go ahead. My bad. Go ahead.
I'm a player fan. Like Ray Allen. I like Ray Allen. He came from UConn. UConn is my college team. Okay. I'll rock with whatever team that Ray Allen is playing on.
Mm-hmm.
So that.
So you don't have so Tipsy. You don't have a favorite team.
I don't have a particular favorite team. No, I don't.
Okay. See, you're excluded from this because you don't have a favorite team. You're fine. You're a player fan. But
don't excommunicate him from the conversation.
No, because wait a minute. Hold on. He said he doesn't like a team in particular. So he can't be involved with this conversation considering he said he don't like a team in particular.
Well, at the end of the day, your record in the fandom situation is going to be flawless because you like all
Okay. What about, let's go to baseball. I'm a Yankees fan. What's wrong with my father? Okay, when me and my father will agree on this, my father's a Yankees fan. He taught me to be a Yankees fan. I've always been a Yankees fan. What's the problem with the Yankees? I mean, they lose from time to time.
When?
They lost in the last season. They lost in the ALDS.
Yeah, you're right, but they still the best team money can buy. You know what I mean?
No, not necessarily.
Okay, this year's the Dodgers.
Oh no, Tipsy? What were you about to say there?
I said the money doesn't really matter because you have teams that have less money that have won World Series, and the money doesn't really matter. The money doesn't mean it just means you got the best player that wanted to come to your team. You overpaid for him or whatever. But I mean, we lost to the Florida Marlins in 2003, and their payroll was about as much as one of Alex Rodriguez's paychecks.
You're right. You definitely right about that. I'm just saying that as far as like paper goes, is the best team money can buy. Now, as far as like the human product on the field, now that's different. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. People always say that. People always say, "Oh, well, they spend so much money," but it don't matter. You still got to play the games. It's like when they say, "Oh, you're stealing signals in football or whatever like that." Like you're stealing signals, but I still got to go out there and play the game. It don't matter what signals I think you got. If I don't play the game and my team sucks, I'm still going to lose.
You can be the richest team in the league, but that doesn't mean you're going to be good. You can go out like NBA, like they can put Kobe, LeBron, Durant. They can put all them on one team, but if they get swept, it doesn't mean anything.
Mm-hmm.
You sign all them guys, sign them to all that money, and their payroll is going to be through the roof. Well, if they don't win anything, it doesn't matter.
Right.
You had a lot of teams. You had a lot of teams, Major League Baseball, who had low payroll to win World Series, and then they have like the Giants won the World Series this past year. Nobody can name a big superstar of their team, that has a big contract that won anything. Exactly. So Yankees, you sitting there telling me I'm a Yankee. I mean, I like all favorite teams. Yankees didn't do that good, but I'm still riding with them. I mean, that's my team.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, people don't understand it. The worst thing I hate people to say about a sports team is that they bought their team. Everybody buys their team. Like, everybody offers money to the best players. It just chooses which player is going to go where, depending on how much money they're being offered. You buy your team, you get the best players because you think you have a chance to win. If we just happen to offer more money, then that's just what it is. If we overpay, so be it. But every team is out there to buy their team, to get the best player from another team. So to say the Yankees do it, and just because they do it well and they win more than other teams who overpay for players that underachieve, it's just like a hate thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Quick note, though. We went out and signed Sabathia, 8 years, 164. How many World Series titles have we won it since we signed him? We've only won one. So that means, okay, we've done good. I mean, we'll make the playoffs. We're going to make the play. We're good. Is the thing about it. They're highly paid players, but the thing about it, they're good players.
Yeah.
They're good. I mean, we signed Youkilis. Youkilis was a Red Sox. And we signed, 1 year, $12 million. Youkilis is good enough. I mean, we spend $12 million for 1 year. That's not like a lot, for 1 year. For $12 million. I mean, we got a good guy to come take A-Rod's place who's going to be out for 3 to 6 months due to hip surgery. But yet, and still, but all I want to say, I'm going to say it like this, and I'm going to wrap this up before we go to our next commercial break. LeBron, D-Wade, and Bosh leave Miami tomorrow. I'm still a Heat fan. Prophet, I know if Kobe, Dwight Howard, Nash all left, you'll still be a Lakers fan. Am I correct?
You are right about that.
All right, then. So I'm going to say it like this. Like who you want to like. It don't have to be good. You can like the Jaguars for all I care. You can
too.
Like I said, no way in the hell I'm going to like the Jaguars ever.
And then you got your favorite quarterback going there too, Tim Tebow, so you should have no problem readjusting.
Tim Tebow should be a starter in the NFL right now. There are teams out there that could use him. He won games, and that's all it's about. Forget about how he throws. He won games. Tim Tebow should
be a starting quarterback in the Canadian Football League. Anyway,
you should be able to start in the NFL. He won games. He won a playoff game last year. They talk about how he throws, how whatever. The guy wins games, and in the NFL, it's about winning games. If you can win games, you should be able to start. There are quarterbacks out there that aren't winning anything and are terrible on teams with 2 wins. Mark Sanchez, Matt Castle, Jake Locker, all those players he's better than, and he should be starting for one of those teams.
Yep.
He go to the Jaguars next year, win Super Bowl, I become a Jaguars fan. That's what I'm
going to go to the Jaguars next year, they win 9 games.
Damn, wait a minute. I ain't going to give them 9. No. I'll give them about 6.
They have a weak division, so they're going to win 9 games.
By the way, quick shout out to my man Josiah. I just gotta say this because the Jets suck. One word, butt fumble. And with that being said, we're gonna take a commercial break and we'll be right back.
See you later. Yo, this your boy Big Keys. You listen to Fuego Beats Radio, the #1 internet radio station in the country. Y'all, what's good? Welcome back to the Overtime Sports Show. This your boy Big Keys. Listen on Fuego Beats Radio. I got my 2 co-hosts with me tonight. I got my boy Tipsy. What's good, Tips?
What's good with you, man?
I'm good, man. And we got my boy Prophet. What's good, Prophet?
Yo, what's the deal?
Right. We were talking about some NBA. We were talking about some NBA talk before the commercial break. I want to go back into it. I want to talk about the incident that happened at the Miami Heat Charlotte Bobcat game with Dwayne Wade. They showed it on Sport. It looked like apparently gave Ramon Sessions during the game, and he actually got suspended for it. Now, he already served a suspension, but what did y'all think about that? Probably, what's your thoughts on that? Do you think it was a low blow? But we already know Dwayne Wade's not a dirty player, but what's your thoughts on that? Hey, yo,
Are you gonna answer him?
It was your prophet.
Oh yeah, that was to me. Oh yeah, that was me in the background. Sorry about that. I think that he didn't mean to, do that. He was just trying to. He said he was trying to get some leverage on him. I mean, if you go back and look at the video, it kind of looks like he was trying to get some leverage for a foul, but it just happened to look like he inadvertently hit him in the junk. You know what I mean? So I think he didn't mean anything by it for real. But of course, everybody, even David Stern and other people in the office, going to say otherwise. So that's just my take on it.
So do you think so? It wasn't intentional. You think it was no low blow? You think it was? You look at if you look at the replays, it didn't look like a low blow. He's never been a dirty player. I mean, if it was world peace, they probably suspend him for like 85 games or whatever because of who he is. But anyways, Tipsy, what you think? What's your thoughts on that?
This is my thought, right? This is the NBA we're talking about, where superstar players usually don't get suspended for low blowing players such as Ramon Sessions. Like, when you think of it, who is Ramon Sessions? Like, it's Dwayne Wade and Ramon Sessions. Like, if this was Dwayne Wade and that was Blake Griffin, they don't even call that. They're gonna call it because it benefited the other team. It's gonna benefit a team later on, and it was just the reference to show like, hey, we're not gonna allow anything that even resembles something. Knowing Dwayne Wade doesn't have a reputation as a dirty player. I think it was just a bogus call to begin with, and had it been on another player, had it been on a superstar player, they wouldn't have even called that.
But why do you think he got suspended? Why do you think he got suspended?
So the NBA to try to show that they don't show favoritism towards superstar players, that anybody that does a low blow is not above suspension. That's why it was only one game. If it was that serious, it would have been 2 games or 3 games.
True. Now with world peace, how many things? If world peace did this session, how many games do you think he would have got?
50 game suspension.
8 games. 8 games easily. 8 games easily. If world peace does it, easily 8 games, because he has that track record. I mean, he almost killed James Harden with a crushing elbow last season. That was ridiculous.
He took James Harden's head off. I thought his beard was gonna come off when he elbowed him.
Yep.
His beard was gonna come up. But yeah, Dwayne Wade's never been a dirty player. My opinion. I mean, when I saw it, it wasn't intentional. I mean, it's the way he plays. NBA jumped the gun on that. He didn't get suspended for it, so that was the good news. So, but speaking of jumping the gun, another story I want to talk about real quickly: Avery Johnson getting fired from Brooklyn. I mean, the thing about, I think the Nets jumped the gun with him getting fired. I don't know. I want to hear what y'all thoughts are. What do y'all think, Prophet? What do you think about him getting fired?
I think it was a little bit. It looked like to me it was just.
You think it was a premature move?
I think it was premature. I think it was very premature because this dude just had the coach of the month, November or something like that. It's in October, something like that. 2 months straight, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, but
yeah, I think it was November.
Yeah, he had coach of the month or something like that for November, and. Okay, of course they're a 500 team right now, but that doesn't mean that they're gonna, slide off a path like that. But hey, if the dude says that he felt like the team wasn't listening to the dude no more, then I guess you got to do what you got to do. But if they would have dragged it out a little bit longer, which I would have done that, just to see where it goes. But decisions made. The dude's gone, and then you got Latrell Sprewell's old head coach doing the coaching now. So it is what it is.
The choke herd around the world.
Yeah, the choke herd around the world.
Hey, how many people that wanted to do that to their old head coach?
I'm gonna need a sound effect on that one. The choke herd around the world. Where is it? Yep, there we go.
That was a choke herd. That was a choke herd around the world. Tipsy, what's your thoughts on Avery Johnson getting fired?
I definitely think it was a premature move. I mean, Avery Johnson has proven before that he's a good coach. He had a team that overachieved at 11-4 early on, just on pure talent that they had on the team, and I think the owners and everybody got a little excited that they were already playoff bound. When now, after those first 15 games, when they come back down to earth, you see that they still need to have cohesion and not just depend on each other's individual talents. That cohesion is what is leaving them at 3-10 and causing him to be fired when he clearly needs a whole season to get that team working together.
Exactly. But the one thing I want people to remember when it comes to the Nets, just because you changed their name, just because they changed uniforms, they're still the Nets.
Hey, it worked for the Thunder.
Yeah, but remember the Thunder weren't that good the first year they came to OKC. They were still playing like the Seattle Sonics. I mean, you can take a team, you can take the Bobcats, you can move the Bobcats to Los Angeles, call them the Los Angeles Bobcats, and they can still play the same way they were when they was in Charlotte. That's all I'm saying. I mean, the Brooklyn did sign Joe Johnson in the offseason or whatever, but the thing about it is like they're still the Nets.
If Brooklyn is smart, they would trade Joe Johnson as soon as possible.
Who would they get?
I don't know. He's eating up too much money, and there's other teams that actually need somebody like Joe Johnson, and they can get a couple of good things for him. Even if they're role players, they don't need Joe Johnson. He's eating up too much money, and he's only a barely decent three-point shooter.
Yeah, that is true. But what do you think would have happened if Dwight Howard would have came to Brooklyn?
They move the Lopez kid. If they keep the Lopez kid, they move him to the 4 and make Dwight Howard play center. And they're probably, what are they, 14-14 now?
Yeah.
They're probably, 18-10.
Well, let's go back to the beginning of the season. Let's say everything that happened in the summertime. What if Dwight Howard never went to LA? What if he would have went to Brooklyn? They would have had Dwight Howard. Well, if you think about it, they would have never got Joe Johnson.
Yeah.
Well,
they would have Joe Johnson. They would have had, they would have had what's his name, Darren Williams.
They wouldn't have had Lopez.
I think without Lopez, well, definitely without Joe Johnson, they'd probably be 18-10 right now.
18, yeah, that's where I see him sitting at. That's where I see him. But Brooklyn, like I said, I'll say they'll make the playoffs. Don't expect them to have a high seed. It's probably going to be 6, 7, or 8. They're not going 5 unless they go into a run. But I think with Avery Johnson, they did pull it. And I say with the Lakers pulled the gun a little bit. Wait a minute. Now, Prophet, you're a Lakers fan. What do you think about Mike Brown getting fired?
Thank you. I was wishing for that all post or off season. I didn't want him there in the first place, to be honest with you. So I really didn't care if they, when they got rid of him. I was like, okay, they got rid of him. But
it's funny. That's okay. So you think now? Do you think the Lakers still would have playing the same if Mike Brown would still be there?
Say that one more time.
Okay, my question is, if Mike Brown was still there, do you think the Lakers would still be 15-15?
Yes.
Yeah, I think they'd still be 15-15.
15. Okay, so he'd been fired anyways. Okay.
So he would have been fired anyways. So I mean, the only thing now, another mistake they made is not getting Phil again. I
was just going to bring that up. Now with Phil Jackson, his name has been rumored to coach the Brooklyn Nets. Now, do you see this as being a good fit for Phil Jackson, or who do you think the Brooklyn should go with as far as head coach? Or does PJ Carlesimo, a.k.a. Latrell Sprewell's science experiment gone wrong?
Oh, wow.
Does he stay out the season?
I think he may stay out the season. I believe that Phil Jackson should coach the Nets. He has the pieces that he needs to make the triangle work and to make, Brook Lopez look like Shaq and Joe Johnson look like a small resemblance of a Kobe Bryant. He has Darren Williams, and I said look like in the triangle sense, not like an actual Kobe Bryant clone, but he has Darren Williams, who averages like almost 10 assists a game anyway, which is a perfect point guard that you need for a triangle that has to feed the big man in the middle all the time. Will he coach them? I don't know. Maybe not this season. I think PJ sticks it out as long as he doesn't, fear like he's going to get choked in practice or something. He should be okay. But Phil's not going to come in mid-season. he's going to come in the full season when he has a chance to put his whole thing in process. If he does come in mid-season, that means they offered him like $50 million a year to come in and coach this team halfway through the season.
True. Now, do you think Darren Williams had anything to do with Avery Johnson getting fired?
Yes. Of course he did.
I would have.
What you think? Do you think he had anything to do with him getting fired?
I would have to say the same thing. I think he has something to do with it because Darren Williams is Darren Williams. He's a prima donna. I mean, he has to get his way somehow. So it just wasn't clicking, so they had to get rid of him. You know?
I honestly believe Darren Williams had something to do with it. Now they're not going to say it, but I heard something on SportsCenter was saying that Darren Williams was not happy with the way Avery Johnson was running the offense. He was very unhappy. And if you know Darren Williams' history with Utah, Jerry Sloan stepped down because him and Darren Williams, I think Darren Williams was the reason Jerry Sloan stepped down because they had a little beef, whatever. I guess they had a confrontation or whatever. Jerry Sloan stepped down. I really do think Darren Williams has something to do with it. Now, do you think Darren Williams is becoming a troublesome player now?
I think he's becoming a pampered player. I think that he signed back with the Nets for thinking that they'll be, you know what I'm saying, playoff bound and that they'll be on the up and up. They made some plays. They made some trades and stuff to make the team good, but you know, I think he thinks he has more power than he should, and he's flexing it right now.
And honestly, I think that's what happened in Utah with him being a star player, with him going to the All-Star game, this and that. I think what happened at Blue. Darren Williams has never been one of those players that you can say is like controversial or says something, but behind the scenes, you don't know what goes on. But it's kind of strange how Jerry Sloan resigned and when Darren Williams was in Utah, and it's strange how Avery Johnson got fired in Brooklyn. Darren Williams was in both scenarios, and it's kind of got you thinking.
He's a coach killer.
Yeah, he's a coach killer. So that's the thing you got to start thinking about. So you know, and another thing I was gonna make. What was my other point I was going to make? That was another point I was gonna bring up about Darren Williams. I forgot what I was gonna bring it up, but obviously you see that he's gonna have a big influence on who's gonna be the next coach in Brooklyn. I mean, I honestly think, in my opinion, Carlissimo will rise it up for the end of the year. Phil Jackson's not gonna come coach, but I think a name that is gonna end up coaching Brooklyn is probably gonna be one of the Van Gundy brothers. I don't know what y'all think.
Yeah, that's how I feel about it.
I think it'll be Stan and not Jeff. I think Jeff is too content with doing his ESPN commercials and being an analyst. And I think Stan Van Gundy deserves another chance. Now, if they hire Stan Van Gundy, there definitely will not be Dwight Howard. There definitely will not be a Dwight Howard in Brooklyn.
No, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. But I definitely see in the long term, I think Stan Van Gundy. Now, Jeff Van Gundy, yeah, he's been fired too many times, but there's a lot of coaches that you can go with. But Phil Jackson's not coming to Brooklyn. Brooklyn is not his scene. So, but anyways, we're done for the NBA talk. When we come back, we're gonna get into the 2012 discussion, like your best sportsman. This is gonna be all around topic. Like, what was your best sports memory from 2012? You know, we had the Olympics, the NBA Finals, the Super Bowl. Had a ton of things that happened in 2012. So we're gonna pretty much put a ribbon on 2012 and see what some of y'all best sports memories were. We're gonna take a commercial break and we'll discuss that after this.
What's going on? This is Fuego Beats from Fuego Beats Radio, and I want to tell everyone to check out the greatest sci-fi radio station out, Super 564 on Blog Talk Radio. They have the best topics, including sci-fi films, comic books, video games, and they even have a featured artist segment for musicians weekly. So if you have an obsession with sci-fi films, music, or video games like me, then this is the station for you. Make sure you check them out on blogtalkradio.com/Super564. That's blogtalkradio.com/SUPAFI64. All right? And remember, stay connected.
Yo, what's good? Welcome back to the Overtime Sports Show on Fuego Beats Radio. It's your boy Big Keys. I got two guests with me tonight. My boy Tipsy. What's good, Tipsy?
What's good with you?
All right, what's good? And I got my other boy Prophet. What's good, Prophet?
What's going on?
All right, we've been discussing NFL, NBA, all that. 2012, as y'all know, New Year's is coming up. New Year's Eve is on Monday night. You know, I know everybody's gonna be doing their partying thing, their drinking thing, whatever. You know, everything. Remember, be responsible, drink responsibly. You know, don't want nobody out there getting hurt, getting killed, or whatever. But 2012, what I want to do is discuss real quickly is 2012 in sports. I want to know what y'all. You know, we had the Olympics going down. We had the Super Bowl, NBA Finals. This, you know, just a whole bunch of events and everything. Like, now I know basic sports like the football, basketball, but was there anything that intrigued y'all, you know, like about the Olympics? Or, you know, I know the Gabby Douglas was winning like 1,500 medals at the Olympics or whatever. You know, is there anything like in sports that stuck out in your mind for 2012? Prophet, go ahead.
I would have to say the hometown girl kind of stuck out this year because she was kind of everywhere after she won the Olympics. So, yeah, I say Gabby Douglas was like the big deal in 2012 as far as like sports concerned. But of course, you had, you know, your Michael Phelps and all that stuff. You had, you know, LeBron winning his first title and all that stuff. I know that's yours, Fuego. But anyway,
doesn't want to say nothing about it.
See, anyway, so yeah, I have to say the hometown girl, Gabby Douglas.
So you're saying that's your sports story of the year?
That's my sports story of the year.
All right, Tipsy, what's your favorite moment sports moment from this year?
My favorite moment comes from the Olympics as well. I'm gonna have to say it has to be the incredible speed of Usain Bolt. This guy is like the fastest person on the planet ever. He's so fast when they do the slow motions, he's looking back at the people to see how far ahead he is. Like it's ridiculous. It's amazing to see, and no matter how many times you see it, it always leaves me impressed that somebody can be that fast all the time.
Yeah, he smoked the United States, man. They whole team Jamaica, yo. No pun intended. I said smoke. That was basically what Usain Bolt sounded like when he was running. That was the sound he was making. His shoes made when he was running. Like when he got ahead of the field, it was just, why do you even keep running? I'll just stop. There's no way in the world you're gonna be like, what's the world's fastest man? The 50 meters?
He was running 100 meters in 9 seconds.
9 seconds flat. Like,
I mean, the guy is fast. He could probably run it in 7.5 if he wanted to. He doesn't even try.
But did you see what he did 4 years ago in Beijing? He actually slowed down toward the finish line.
Yeah, he did it
faster.
He slowed down in every race this summer. He slowed down in every race. He was so far ahead. He wasn't even caring about breaking the record. He was just proving how fast he was and that he could slow up. My thing is, for all the other people that raced against him, like, why would I, if I know he's in my field, I'm like, why did I train this hard for 4 years to come in fifth? You know, like, it's ridiculous.
Man, that's true. I don't even want to, like, why would I even run into qualifying races knowing that he's going to be there?
Yeah. If I see three Jamaicans, I'm not, 3 Jamaicans and an American, I know I'm coming in fifth. Why are they even playing?
I'm coming in last. Shit.
Anything, yo.
I'm coming in last. I mean, his speed is ridiculous. But my favorite moment, like I said, I'm gonna have to end up going with Carlton about the Gabby Douglas thing. That pretty much wiped that. Well, Gabby Douglas, and of course, obviously LeBron James winning his first NBA championship, getting that monkey off his shoulder, and it is just monkey off his back. I mean, you know what I mean. But anyways,
who saw that one coming? Oh, go ahead.
Anyways, you know what? LeBron won it. No. LeBron, I'm a Heat fan, but yet and still seeing LeBron finally win the ring and hearing all the critics talk and this and that, especially the dudes on ESPN, Michael Wilbon, what's the other dude for ESPN? What's his name? Mike. Who the white dude who won the 3-point contest? Tim Legg.
Tim Legg.
Yeah, all of them dudes that criticized LeBron. Everybody, crowd went silent. He won his ring. I mean, honestly, the Gabby Douglas thing, of course, Michael Phelps winning 1,000 medals at the Olympics and everything. Like, the dude, well, everybody knows he has an advantage, you know, because he was smoking weed earlier. You know, like, of course, you know, when you do that, it's over the whole competition, basically.
But shouldn't smoking weed make you only appear that you're in actuality, you're probably just doing a slow backstroke? I mean, really, like it should give you the appearance in your mind that you're going faster than you are, and he could probably just be doing a dead man's float.
That is true. That is true. But other sports stories, I mean, I'm like the Penn State thing with Jerry Sandusky and Joe Paterno. That was another big story of the year. You know, I would be mad if I was Paterno. Well, rest in peace, Joe Paterno. But when they take all your wins back to 1998, you was the most winning coach in in college football, and now you're like 8th on the list. So that was another big story we had this year. Of course, what was another big story we had? For Fuego, the Giants winning the Super Bowl. I have to mention that in sports terms, because you know that the Giants winning the World Series. Who else? Hockey, as y'all know, hockey is locked out. It's just like the NBA. They're not getting anywhere. They don't cancel games all the way to like January 30th or whatever. So for all y'all hockey fans, this is a sports show, so we discuss all sports. So the hockey, there's no hockey. I mean, who won the Stanley Cup this year? I don't even remember.
The Kings, LA Kings.
The Kings. Oh yeah, the Kings. That's right. The Kings won the Oh, that's another good sports. They were the eighth. The Kings were actually an eighth seed in the NHL playoffs. They came. They won the world. They won the Stanley Cup, but it looks like there's not going to be any NHL this year because the players have their head shoved their asses, and so there's not going to be an NHL season. So all you hockey fans, that was looking for like hockey in Canada and whatever, you're not going to see any hockey this year.
And if you've never been to a hockey game, you have to go to a hockey game. It is way more exciting than it is on TV. It's an amazing thing to be in a hockey arena.
Exactly. And the thing about hockey, which is cool, they let them fight. They don't separate until they hit the ground. And it's funny. You can sit there and punch a dude 15 times in the head, and the referee will just sit there and spin around and while they fight. I'm like, now if this was in the NBA, this would make the NBA so much better. To see like people just throwing punches. But hockey, like Tipsy said, hockey, you need to do yourself a favor. Go to one hockey game. Just go to one hockey game. It's exciting. It's fast paced. The crowd is wild. I mean, just watching NHL playoffs on TV, the crowd was exciting. And the Admirals that play here, in Virginia. They won like 26 games in a row, and they won the ECHL championship. I went to like one of the games, and the crowd was like different. I mean, it's you go to different games like football, basketball, hockey, whatever. The crowds are different, but do yourself a favor. Go to one hockey game, and
hockey game, it'll change your life.
Don't matter who it is, just go to a hockey game because hockey is exciting. I mean, we sit here, like I said, this sports show is for all sports. We're gonna talk about tennis. We're even gonna talk about NASCAR. I don't know people that watch NASCAR. I mean, most people think of seeing a car going around a track 250 times is the dumbest thing in the world, but NASCAR can be exciting. They fight NASCAR. I don't know if y'all saw on SportsCenter, you saw Jeff Gordon fighting the other dude in the pit. They got into it and they started arguing. Go to a NASCAR race. Just do something like outside the box, But what's his name? The one guy he won the thing in NASCAR and other. I'm trying to think of some other moments that happened this year. Of course, what was another one? Let me think. Can y'all think of any other memories you can think of? Anything that stuck out in your memory?
I'm gonna have to say the
the college dude that scored 138 points in a game.
Was that college?
Yeah, that was college. Was it high school or was it college?
It was college.
I thought it was high school. I thought it was a high school team.
Was it? Okay, it was the dude scored anyway. Dude scored 138 points in a game, which was ridiculous. That's one of another memory that's gonna stick out. Like, dude scoring 138 points in a basketball game. And strange thing is, you have to look all over the internet. They actually do have the entire game up on the internet. If you had to Google, I don't forgot what his name was, but if you get a chance, Google it. They actually have the whole game. And I'm telling you right now, dude went off. I think he hit like 33 points or something.
Yeah.
Damn.
Dude went off. Like it was a thing of amazement. So
I was just gonna say, you couldn't forget Jeremy Lin.
Oh, another thing, Jeremy Lin, the Jeremy Lin story, man. Like how that played out. Like a nobody that came up to somebody. And oh yeah, that was a big story of the year too. Jeremy Lin, definitely there. And Jeremy Lin was definitely with the New York Knicks thing and stuff like that. That was a big man. Too bad New York didn't bring him back, but but other than that, that's 2012 in sports. I'm sure y'all can email me bigkeys19@oil.com. If y'all have some more memories or something, that stuck out in your memory. Sure, 2013 is going to be setting up to be a big year in sports. Like we just the playoffs and everything, and there's going to be some big things going on in 2013. Take a short commercial break. We come back. Go ahead and put a ribbon on the show and call it a day.
What the hell am I saying?
Log in, FuegoBeats.com, YouTube, Mr. Fuego Beats.
What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the Overtime Sports Show on Fuego Beats Radio. It's your boy Big Keys. I got my boy Carlton on the line, aka Prophet. What's good, Prophet?
What's going on there? What's going on?
Nothing much. And I got my boy Tipsy on the line. What's going on, Tipsy?
Not much. What's good with you?
I'm good. All right, y'all. We're gonna wrap up the show with a little trivia. I want to bring the man that's all behind this right now. That man that gave me a chance to put all this together for this sports show. I want to bring my man on the line right now. Fuego Beats, what's good, bro?
Yo, what's good with y'all, man?
What's up, you big face ass? Anyway, what's going on?
Let me stop. Yo, it's all good. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, Fuego is the man that put this whole project together for me for this Overtime Sports Show. For y'all that know, he's the man that's behind everything right now. So right now, I brought him on. We're gonna do a little trivia, have a little fun.
So. All right, bet. I'm going to let you go first, Keith. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to ask you 3 questions, you know what I'm saying? And I'm going to take it from sports, movies, and music. You know what I'm saying? So those are the 3 categories for y'all. So what I'll do is I'll ask you the question. You got 10 seconds to answer. You know what I mean? And then if you don't answer it right, obviously you don't get it, no points. And then you get 5 points for every right answer. So basically, at the end of the year, whoever got the most, you know what I'm saying, there's going to be something for you. Now, I say the year. So, y'all got to keep doing this, you know what I mean? Just get your sports and everything knowledge up, you know what I mean? I think y'all do good with this because to me, these are fairly easy. So, if you ready, what's good? You ready?
Let's go.
All right, bet. So, Keith, I'm going to ask you these questions first.
All right.
So, first I'm going to ask Keith, okay, which Washington Capitals goalie was nicknamed Ace and the Net Detective? I think you're trying to look it up and shit. All right, you got like 5 seconds.
Throw a guess out there. I'm going to say Dominic Hasek.
Okay, nah, that's wrong.
All right.
Now, I will give you the right answer because I'm not going to give him no more, but it was Jim Carrey. And the only reason I was tripping on that is because, like, Ace and Neck Detective, Ace Ventura, so you could guess that with that. But I wouldn't have known that because I don't know a damn thing about hockey, you know what I mean?
I watch hockey, but I don't know who the hell
exactly. So, okay, so I'm going to move on to now movies. So I'll give you one. Which basketball movie did Tupac play the character Birdie?
Oh, really?
This, then you ain't black. I've got to question your ethnicity.
Are you?
I know this one. Sunset Park. Sunset Park.
Nah.
No.
What?
Nah.
I'm gonna be thinking about the other movie.
Is Above the Rim make any sense?
Yes, sir. Okay.
I ain't seen it in a long time. Hold up.
Keith, you got one more go. Okay, now this is from music. Now I'll give you one. I'll say like okay, what rock band was John Lennon a member of? Oh, don't tell me, son.
The Beach Boys.
Nah, what? Oh my God, son! I can't even do the sound. You lucky I can't do the sound effects right now. Yo, Keith, man. All right, I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna move on to Tipsy.
All right.
So Tipsy, what was? Hold on. What was the only team to win 2 World Series in the '80s?
The only 2 teams win 2 World Series in the '80s, the Dodgers.
The only team to win 2 World Series in the 80s?
The Dodgers, Los Angeles.
Ah, okay. Ding, ding, ding. Yo, Keith, he's starting out on top. Anyway, okay, next one is okay, I'll do it. Is who is the main character of the first Halloween movie?
Michael Myers.
No. Not the killer, but the main character. The person he's trying to kill.
Jamie Lee Curtis. I think her name was like Lucy Strode or something.
Bet. Okay, so you got that right.
Damn.
Okay, so now I'll go this. Let me see. Okay, which musician is known for biting the heads off of pigeons?
Ozzy Osbourne.
Damn. Okay. So Tipsy, yo, Peace, what's up? Now I'm gonna go to Prophet. Prophet.
Yeah.
Come on,
Yeah.
son.
It was up.
Come on, son. All right, we're going sports. Who was the first athlete to rap at the Pro Bowl musical gala in '95?
What?
Yeah, I wouldn't have known that either. The sports shit is not no joke.
Hold on, let me think.
Think of back. Okay, I'm gonna give you.
Wait a minute, you giving him clues. Wait a minute, hold up.
No. I'm saying he got 10 seconds.
Okay, let me.
I didn't give you no clues, so I can't do that.
Was it Deion Sanders?
That nigga looked it up. Okay.
No, I didn't.
Had to.
Okay.
Somebody was tapping keys.
No,
I know, right?
ain't nobody tapping keys, man. Come on, man.
Yo, okay. I'm gonna go to the next one now, and it should be. You should know this, yo. Name the actor that was in each of these three movies: Goodfellas, Casino, or in A Bronx Tale.
Joe Pesci.
Okay, this is the thing. That's right, because there's two. You could say De Niro too.
Okay.
But yeah, I said that earlier when me and Egypt was going over these. Okay, now this one, last one. Which rock band did Jay-Z do an entire album with?
Linkin Park.
Okay, and you better not be looking that up. That's music. Okay, so that's a tie, right? No. Yeah, tie. So now I'm gonna throw out a random question. Keith's man, but anyway, I'm gonna throw a random question. You know what I'm saying, for like whoever answers it first between Tipsy and Prophet.
All right.
Okay, I'm trying to think of something real quick. I'm sorry. This goes from one of the crews that we rock with, and this should be really easy. So, what was the name of T. Wells' last mixtape?
Tim Story.
Tim Story.
Prophet got that one. So I'm gonna Prophet's the winner this time. But on some real shit, I'm mad at Keith. Keith, I'm mad at you, son.
Be mad. Because you know what? I'm going to be on every goddamn show anyway, so who cares?
He mad as shit right now. Okay, so that's what's up.
I'm going to be on every show for the next year coming up anyway, so who gives a damn?
He said he's going to be on that joint anyway. So that's what's up, man. That's what it is right there. We're going to do that every week at the end of the show.
All right, that works.
That will work. You know what I'm saying? I think everybody did good. I think Keith, those questions was kind of the sports questions was type hard to me, but I figured y'all the sports geniuses. I'm not. I'm a basketball dude, so that's why I give those hard ones to
Give me a goddamn hockey question.
Yo,
yeah, that hockey one was ridiculous.
You give me a hockey question. Like I don't know every I know like 3 goalies in the NHL.
Yo,
I mean, I give him a pass. I give him a pass on the hockey question because that was like impossible.
Okay, bet. Okay, I'll be nice. I'll give you one more, son. I'll give you one more question. Now I'm gonna think about this for a second. Okay, now if you don't get, it's got to come from my Giants. How many Super Bowls we got?
2.
What? I'm done.
What?
We done. We done. No more. Did you say 2?
By the last I counted, it was 2 because Green Bay was supposed to win the other one, so it's 2.
And he's making a point that it's 2, but it's like 4.
No.
It's 4, ain't it?
Yes.
That was biased that he asked a New York Giants question because he's a Giants fan. That was a biased question.
Sports.
That's a football question.
That's a football question, son.
It's a football question about your New York Giants.
Yo,
that's your Miami Heat question.
I told you.
All right,
how many Super Bowls did the Steelers?
The Steelers got what? 5 or 6? Something like that.
6.
They got 6, right?
They got 6.
Yeah, because I knew they had one over them whack ass Cowboys. Yeah, Nemesis, we said whack.
Green Bay has more. Anyways, but look.
No, they don't. All right, well, go ahead, yo. I'm gonna be out. Y'all do what you do.
All right. I have to excuse Fuego for he asking me 2 judgmental questions. Number 1 about hockey. I'll tell you, I'm a sports fan, so I like hockey. I watch hockey, but he gave me a question about a goalie I never even heard of. It something had to do with Jim Carrey. Anyways, and then the New York Giants question, obviously. He's a Giants fan. Of course he's going to ask a damn Giants question. He's only bitter because his team's not going to make the playoffs tomorrow.
It doesn't matter.
Hopefully Mike Vick is going to come off and just go off tomorrow and throw for like 5 touchdown passes and then send Eli Manning off the field in tears. But anyway, that's just me personally about my feelings about Fuego. But anyways, he's a good man, though, despite what I say about him on Twitter or whatever. But anyways, he's a good man. But anyways, we're going to be up out of here. We're done with the show, man. I want to thank my guest again, Tipsy. Appreciate you, man, coming on the show.
No problem. Anytime.
All right. And Prophet, I want to thank you for coming on the show, man.
No problem, because all the good teams have won today. Let me stop. Thanks for having me. Thanks for having me on the show.
Except the Rays for tomorrow. Anyways, let's go Chargers. Anyways, let me do I gotta do my Chris Berman thing. San Diego Superchargers.
Man, end the show already, man. Come on, let's go.
Anyways, but y'all tune in next time for the Overtime Sports Show. Once again, thanks to all our sponsors and everything. Again, check out jsnlonline.com for all your gear, your watches, your jeans, your shirts, all your gear. Go there. Also, once again, shout out to Super564. Go check them out at super564.com. If you into horror, comic books, get with them. There's another one of our affiliates. Get down with them. Check them out. And shout out to Request Entertainment. We doing some big things coming up in the new year. Oh, by the way, this is going to be like our first show before the new year. I want to wish y'all Happy New Year. And again, if you're going to drink responsibly. Don't get in your car. Don't drive drunk. Get a designated driver. All of us to see 2013. So be safe, be responsible.